This incredible place tells the story of the tradition that has lasted over hundreds of years right here in New York City.
I think the museum is very important to the community and to the citizens of New York because we're preserving history. We have stuff here from the colonial days, before George Washington.
My name is Sarah Strickland, and I have the privilege of being the Executive Director of the New York City Fire Museum. We are charged with not only preserving the history and culture of the most famous fire department in the world, but also teaching fire safety education to over 10,000 New York City children a year.
We teach them about fire safety, how to prevent fires, how to get out of fire safely.
The fire safety education that's available for young children, I believe, is something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives, to learn about what happens if they're in a fire.
We're in a beautiful building right now that was built in 1904.
It's an old firehouse, first of all, so that's an exhibit in itself. First floor is 1865 until modern times. The second floor is pre-1865 when they had the volunteer fire department days in New York. And then the third floor is an event space.
And the money that we make renting that space out maintains our operating budget. So it helps us to fulfill our mission of preserving fire safety education and also the history and culture of New York City Fire Department.
Typically the events at the Fire Museum that occur upstairs in the party room are events where we are celebrating the fire department. However, the 9/11 event is a very solemn and mournful event because it does take place on September 11th and it takes place in this room.
It was one of the first 9/11 exhibits that was constructed, and of course, the centerpiece of the memorial is the photographs of all the firefighters that were lost, 343 firefighters.
On Saturday and Sunday, we are lucky enough to have, through the generosity of Bona and also the Carpenters Union in town, the third floor being refinished, which hasn't happened for 11 years.
We've been working with Bona and the Carpenters Union of New York City to redo a floor where they are able to bring large groups of people into this museum and share with them the story of the Fire Department of New York.
Our third floor of the museum is also a space that's used heavily by the fire department to celebrate a lot of the best parts of fire department culture.
We have holiday parties. We do a fundraiser once a year, a firehouse cook-off, where we bring in chefs from firehouses all around the city. There's a lot of different things that happen on the third floor.
The museum supports the fire department first by letting us have our parties here. It's a fantastic venue for a party. But in addition, it lets the people who come through here, the tourists, the people who are not necessarily New Yorkers, get an idea of the history and the breadth of the New York City Fire Department.
You have Heart 9/11 has got these incredible cops, firemen, and New York City building trades. And we reach out to the Carpenters Union because we have a specific task to do to finish flooring. And they then reach out to Bona, to other good people. And then Bona says yes. The Carpenters say yes. The Heart 9/11 cops and firemen say yes. And when everybody says yes, because they find it in their heart to do these good works, and then something like this comes together, it is so rewarding. My only hope is that people get to be here just to sort of look from afar as everybody's enjoying that work. And 10 years from now, we come back and the museum's still doing well because of the work we did over this past few days.